If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose birthday we celebrated as a country yesterday. Markets were, of course, closed. They're open today. And boom, things are rolling over. Bitcoin the biggest down, but stocks hammering down. Now, remember how I kept telling you, look back, go back in time. And if we go back in time, we slide back to February of last year. What do you see going on? Let me pull that in here for you. We see, well, I don't have to go that far back. I'm sorry, I'm just screwing around here. I was looking way back going, where is it? It's right here. Look at this. February 24, what happened? Market pulled back strong all the way until early April. February, the rest of February that year, March, and then in early April, mid-April rather, things started turning around. Isn't that interesting, friends? And what's it doing right now? Ooh, it's pulling back over in late January, around the same time or so. So, is the market going to roll over and pull back hard? It could. Now, those of you who are like, let's jump in right now. Let's jump in right now. Well, wait a minute. We saw this same thing happen back in mid-November, didn't we? And it didn't. It turned around and popped right back up. But again, it's been a long time in the tooth, my friends. Had that little pullback, things moved up higher. This might be it. We see that in the morning, strong down. Further in the afternoon, that candle completely under the weekly trend line on the 2-day chart. Overall down 2.04%. This is the Friday-Monday candle. It's sitting right there on the trend line on the 2-day chart. And of course, clearly the weekly candle opened below the weekly trend line. So that is important. That tells us there has been a switch. Now, can that switch right back over like it did back in mid-November? It can. Is it likely to? Not typically. So we are just again watching, waiting, seeing. If we pull a trigger, jumping into a down move, it may very well be on Friday. We let things get set. You don't have to. Am I going to miss out on all of it? No, not if it's a systemic rollover. Things are rolling over across the system. No, you'll have a long time jumping in, being able to ride that down. So don't pull the trigger too soon and again, screw yourself over by jumping too fast. But at the same time, you're going to need to jump. You don't want to lose everything that you gained in your practice trades. Now, again, I say this always. We're not a stock calling service. We're an education firm. We're not a bond, Bitcoin, gold calling service. We're an education firm. I want you to practice trade with us. I'm not being paid by you, nor would I pretend to give you market advice. That is not what we're doing. I want you to practice trade with us and learn by doing. So, looks like a strong, hard down. Now, could things recover tomorrow on the S&P? Absolutely. Great news could come out. It could pop right back over, and this could be forgotten. But we will be paying attention. Again, we had average volume with an interim high last week on the S&P and on as we move to the NASDAQ. It, too, was down 1.12%, so a little bit further down than even the S&P 500. We can see all of the volume here. Again, the 2-day chart sitting right there on a red candle sitting right on the trend line on the half-day, popped through it. Not much of a trend line. We've talked about that for several weeks as it's just literally almost horizontal. But clearly it has been broken. So there are some potential real changes underway. We'll see if those are backed by volume, which really tells you the investor sentiment if you've taken all of the training of ours with volume. Let's move on to bonds. You know, bonds popped up some last week like, hey, bonds going to get ready to take off. Didn't have a lot. I think we were around 65% or so, which again is a little more than a coin toss. Not enough for me, But again, that's where we were on the possibility of bullishness on bonds. And then today, with stocks cracking down, bonds also down 1.31%, still above the weekly trend line on the 2-day, and the half-day pushing through, but the candle's not all the way through yet, but lots of volume. And again, had things pop up last week, but looks like it's rolling over. And we'll look at the only bright spot. The brilliant metal continues to shine, my friends, up 3.78%. My gosh. Guys, I followed gold forever and watched it in the doldrums for years, just hanging out, not doing. And for the last, oh my word, as we got into 25, as things started moving up in gold, then toward the end of the year, well, we'll say August, that last third of the year, we saw, well, right after July. So August, September, we saw things pull back a little in November and then just shoot up through December and on into January. Look at this week. It's just insane. And volume. You know, you can see we finally caught up. We had weeks where we had no volume. Gold kept going up, but man, these last 3 weeks, 3 prior weeks, just continuing to move up. And last week, super volume. Rivaled, well, not quite rivaling, but we had when gold hit those prior peaks in mid and late October, crazy volume, but gold just surging as people apparently fleeing the market. And lastly, we'll look at Bitcoin. Boom. Bitcoin trying to get some, and then it crashing down 7.33% for the day. Now, it's not dropped over on the 2-day yet. It has on the half-day, and the weekly is poised right below the trend line. So again, looked like Bitcoin's starting to catch some fire, and then the market hammers and Bitcoin tends to follow. Bitcoin is not an inverse of the market, tends to go with it. We see over and over again, if there's the market's hammering down, what are people doing? Maybe covering shorts with it, I'm not sure. But it's not gold, let's put it that way. That's where we are, my friends. We always love to hear from you. Don't hesitate to reach out to us, cw@chartingwealth.com. God bless, friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.